What's up guys, Spanish Navaja here back again with another knife video. Today I'm going to be unboxing my Grail knife. I'm very stoked to be doing this. I have been wanting a Sebenza for a very long time. If you saw my last video, I had gotten the Chris Reeve and Cosi, a small plain Jane, but I ended up taking it back. I had a problem with the action. It was just too hard to open, causing my thumb a lot of pain, and I just wasn't gonna put the time and effort to break it in and give it the love that it needed. At that price, I wasn't willing to deal with that, so I took it back, got the ProTech Strider SNG, and I'm happy with that knife. I just need a review that I've just been slacking, but yeah, today I went and got the small Sebenza 21 here, as you can see, with the micarta natural canvas inlays, the Tonto blade, and S35 VN steel. I went in originally with the intentions of getting a plain Jane 31 left-handed model, but I ultimately didn't get it for a few reasons, and I'll explain why in a little bit. But here's the box it comes with and the card and everything. Mine has a manufacture date of December 16, 2019. And then the tool, fluorinated grease, and then the microfiber cloth that it comes in, and of course the knife itself. So here's the knife itself in all of its glory. It's just a very nice tried and true design, simple, very nice clean lines. It's just a beautiful knife. I really love the design of the Sebenza. Great looking knife. And we'll do some quick comparisons so you can see where the size fits. As far as the small goes, I think it works out perfectly for EDC use. Blade comes in at 2.94 inches, so right around 3 inches is perfect for your everyday EDC knives. Here it is against the S2 from CRKT, also known as the poor man Sebenza. So the reason they call it that is because of the just the materials used, and kind of a similar style knife, titanium and ATS 34 steel. So around that time, it was CRKT's more quality-ish knives. And then here it is against my favorite knife out of my collection, the Kershaw Nakamura. Just a gorgeous knife, around the same size as well, perfect for EDC. And then the ProTech Strider SNG that I had gotten when I took back the Inkosi. So there you can see where the small Sebenza comes in. Again, perfect size for EDC. It can handle pretty much whatever you're going to need for your everyday cutting tasks, which is, why I wasn't opposed to getting a small instead of the large. Yeah, there's a comparison, and when I went in going for the left-handed model, a plain Jane, I went in with that intention, but as I was looking at the knife and ready to purchase it, my card actually got declined. The bank took it as a fraud charge because of the amount and declined it, so kudos to them for backing me up, but I'm the crazy one that tried to make that transaction, not somebody else, so that was me. But yeah, I had to confirm it in the app and finally was able to go through with my purchase. But during that time, it had me thinking, like, I took it as a sign that maybe that wasn't the knife for me. And as I was standing there, testing the knife out, checking out the action, even though I'm left-handed, the left-handed model just didn't feel right to me. I didn't like the way it felt. I don't know, it just wasn't working right. So I scrapped the idea of getting that knife and went back and looked at the other ones they had. And in my heart, I knew that I wanted one with the Tonto blade the most, since I am a sucker for Tontos, and especially the Chris Reeve Tonto style. I mean, this design is absolutely gorgeous. I really like their Tonto design blades. They're just really good looking. So, seeing this one in this configuration compared to the other ones they had, I had my eye on this one, and kind of kept looking around, but I kept coming back to this one, and ultimately decided to go with it, even though it is a little bit pricier because of the micarta inlays. It was around the same price as the plain Jane 31 large, so since that was going to be my budget anyways, I decided to get this. And of course I did have to get it in a small because that is what they had, and because, again, my budget. So I'm not mad at having to go with the small. It's I think better off for a first time CRK buyer to start with the small and to start with the 21. Now that I have this knowledge, that's why I'm recommending it, for a few reasons, and that being, for one, the 21 is discontinued, which is why I wanted to get the 21 first instead of the 31, and then because of the lock interface. The lock interface on the 21 is simpler. The inside of the lock face here is carburized. I'm not sure what the right word is, but one of those two, which gives it that hardened quality and will make it stand up, longer as time goes on. So you don't really have to worry too much about wear and tear on the lock face so much, and your lockup will stay nice and solid as time goes on, compared to the 31s that have that ceramic ball as the D10 and the lock face. And I hear that ceramic ball can cause a little bit of lock slip because it can wear down the steel over time and create a little channel, and then it can also create lock rock. So those were a couple of factors that I considered when I decided to get a 21 over a 31 first, and some of the things that I would mention to first-time CRK buyers, and why I think they should get a 21 over a 31 to start with, just so you can get a feel for a Sebenza, learn the knife, and then I think when you're finally comfortable with owning a Sebenza, then move on to getting a 31 if that's what you ultimately want to do. But one thing that I guess would say have a little issue with the 21s is the locating hole. The 31s don't have them since they were able to change that. But the locating hole, it is something that you do notice. It's a focal point of the knife. But because I have the one with the micarta inlays, I am not so much bothered by it, since the inlays kind of take up the space here, and your eye doesn't so much go to that locating hole first, so it's not such a problem for me. And another reason I thought it would be smarter to get the inlay is because these titanium handle scales can get really scratched up over time with snail trails and all of that, and I feel like it would have just been better for me to get the one with the inlay so that there's less titanium surface to scratch up, so it'll look better for much longer, and it'll just look nicer overall anyways. So yeah, those were some of the reasons why I ended up going with this variation. why I chose the 21, why I chose the small size, and why I ultimately decided to get a right-handed model instead of a left-handed, even though I am left-handed. But as you can see, I don't have a problem opening the knife. Um, it was just the fact that, with the Nkosi, that the action was just very stiff that was my problem. And for me, I was thinking it was me not being able to open it because I'm not dominantly right-handed. Um, but no, it was just the knife itself. So yeah, this one's got a really nice action already, and that's just right out of the box. So I know as I break it in over the next couple weeks, this is just gonna smooth out really nicely. It's got a nice, hydraulic feel action as everybody describes it. Um, just very slow open closing, as you can see, just very smooth, very nice. They say not to flick these open, so that's something I am not gonna really do. This is a knife you more open slowly, roll it open, and treat it right. But yeah, just overall very pleased to finally have gotten a Sebenza. Again, doesn't matter if it's the 21 or the 31 for me, but I went with the 21 for the reasons I stated, and that's what I would recommend for a first-time CRK buyer. I think it would be smarter to go that route, but if you're gonna get a Chris Reeve knife, if you're looking into getting one, if you're interested in getting a Sebenza or any one of their knives, definitely do your research. Look at all the details about the knife. I would recommend going in and actually handling the knife. Make sure you like everything about it, the way it looks, the way it feels, the action, everything. Don't just buy it and then end up being disappointed that it is just not right for you, like the way the Nkosi wasn't for me. So yeah, definitely do your homework and take your time and get what you want. Don't quickly settle. Be satisfied with what you're gonna get, because ultimately, if you're gonna pay this much for a knife, you want to be as happy as possible with it. So yeah, those are some pointers I would definitely suggest, and just what I've learned throughout my experience buying my first CRK, my first small Sebenza, and just my experience in general getting my first Grail knife. I'm very happy to have gotten this knife. It will probably be the only one I get for the next couple months, but I do have a bunch of knives that I need to review, and this will be one of them. So I'll be breaking this knife in over the next week and really getting a feel for it and learning everything about it even more than I do know now. And once I do, I'll do my review and get it out there for you guys. But yeah, that's all I got for today. I just wanted to show you the unboxing of my first CRK Sebenza, and yeah, just again very, very happy with getting this knife. So definitely would recommend getting one, and stay tuned for my review. But I'll have that out soon for you guys, so be on the lookout, and have a good one, guys. See you later.